Alrighty guys, so I'm bringing back something I haven't done in quite a long time, which is our little mail time segment. I do have a post office PO box. I'll put it up on the screen. You guys are more than welcome to send me stuff if you want. I'm not forcing on anyone, but I do appreciate it, and I will usually always get a segment on the channel. I'm always thankful for the stuff you guys send me, and I really, really appreciate it, and it's really cool to look at. So I got a package recently that I had to open on camera. It's from my friend Neil Murray. He sent me something before that was really special to me, and it was important to him as well, and I really thanked him for that. And he was nice enough to send me this, which I have a good idea of what it is, but we're gonna open it and find out. So yeah, this is our first little mail time segment. Sean's back from Sweden. He's been in Sweden for 3 weeks, so he's back in his own country again, which is cool.
Back
so
in
now,
the good old US of A now.
So now we can put gear oil all over his face and dump a transmission on him like we did last time.
You good?
Got it?
Pull it forward onto the jack. If you haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out. It's the first 5-speed video.
Pretty funny, definitely.
So we're going to open this up, see what's inside of it. Big thank you to Neil for sending me this. I really, really appreciate it, buddy. And we'll get right into this. I'm going to kind of like hide it from you guys.
So he guessed correctly.
I did guess correctly. Oh my goodness.
Oh, baby.
What the heck?
Is there more in there?
Wow. Wow.
That's gonna be nice.
You, sir, are a god.
You are an amazing person.
I am gonna look up the specs for this. And if you can't already tell, Neil was kind enough to send me a camshaft. I'm not sure exactly what he had it in, but this thing looks mean. Woo! That is some big old lobes, that's for certain.
Oh yeah.
Those aren't tiny.
No, that is definitely going to be lumpy. And that's hydraulic roller too, so...
You know, it's kind of funny, now that I mention this, is a lot of people ask me about my engine build, and when are you going to build your engine? And I say, well, I don't know, I just kind of want to drive my truck at this point. But when we do an engine build in the future, I am 110% going roller. So this actually is perfect. So big thank you to Neil. I cannot thank you enough. This is so awesome. Oh my gosh, you think this thing's going to be badass or what?
That's going to be rad.
So yeah, guys, if you ever want to send me something, wow. I don't ever require you to send me something like this. This is a new one. This is a first for me. I'm incredibly thankful for Neil for sending this. My P.O. box is up on the screen and down in the description. You guys can always feel free to send me something small, a note, anything you want. I will read it. Everything that gets sent to me, I see. So feel free to do so. We'll get right into the video. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, what's going on? So today we're starting off the day in the junkyard. Another junkyard video for you guys, but this one might help you a little bit. So I'm actually searching for a specific part for my motor because I have acquired a bunch of parts, and as you saw, I just acquired a camshaft. Big thank you to Neil once again for sending that to me. And to make all this stuff work together, I need to do a roller conversion. Now, a stock motor comes with a flat tappet, at least the 70s era that I have, and we're changing it over to a roller style engine. So we're actually going to pick up a different style set of heads, which I'm going to show you in a second, off of this 99 Explorer that we're working on right now. So let's get right into it, and I'll show you exactly what heads we're going to pick off and why I'm choosing these heads. Okay, so we're in the process of getting everything off. I don't know, are you sure there's not another bolt on that? So we're clearing out all the stuff, the AC condenser, probably the AC compressor and box and everything. Make some room, take the intake manifold off, and then the heads just come off like normal heads. It's really easy, but we just gotta get all this plastic junk out of the way before we can do that. Not really.
That's your engine.
Oh, there's so much shit in this thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get cutting some stuff, some wires and hoses and junk. Okay, so this here, V8, 99 Ford Explorer. Now, you want the 99, you want 98 and up, 98 and 99. I don't know if the body style changed in 2000, I can't remember. But this is also the same one that has the exact rear end you want if you're doing a Crown Vic swap. This has the 373, okay, I'm gonna get this wrong again, limited slip, not locker. Everyone yelled at me for that last time, but this has that rear end in it. And you want the V8 version of this Explorer because the V8 5 liter, which is right there, is a fuel injected 5.0. These have GT40P heads. Now there's GT40, GT40P, and GT40X. GT40 regular heads came on the earlier Explorers up to 97.5, I believe, 97. And then 97.5 and up is GT40P. GT40X was like a performance head. You're not gonna find that in a junkyard. So these are the P heads, and I'll show you kind of what, I'll show you a little diagram so you can kind of visualize what I'm talking about. So on my phone, I'm on a forum, and this is pretty much very generalized. So GT40 used on 96, 97.5 Explorers. They're iron heads. GT40P is used on 97.5 and up, which is what we got here, because you can see it's a 99. It says it right there. And then GT40X is an aftermarket head that you're not gonna find in a junkyard for any means. But this is a typical cast head, which works really well because it's got a larger port, it flows air a lot better, and it's better for roller conversions. And a lot of people put them in hot rods. That's what we're doing with this one. And it's a cheap cast head that I can get, it comes off of a running vehicle. I think this one was in a rear end collision, which is actually perfect. Yeah, what I hope was a running vehicle, but regardless, it's a newer motor, so anything broke, it was like a sensor or something. So this is what we're doing right now, and you can see the radiator exploded on it. So if anything was bad, the sensors were bad. We're gonna pull the heads off and the lifters out, and I'm gonna show you how they say GT40P on them. We're gonna identify them and take the lifters out of them, because you need the roller lifters to be able to run the roller cam. So there's a lot of stuff that has to go together. We're gonna dive right into this. This looks like a hell of a job, huh?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
This is gonna suck. It's like 95 out too. All right, good news. So, like I said, these are actually GT40P heads. I'll show you in a second. But they look really good. They're nice and clean. There's nothing in the way. Nothing looks scorned or broken or anything like that. Looks like they ran just fine. So, looking pretty good. You can actually see right where Sean's hand is. It says GT40P right there. Hope you can see that right in there. GT40P, that's what you want. So we're gonna finish buzzing these off and actually get them off of the Explorer, and then I'll actually show you a little bit better about the heads, and then we'll get the heck out of here and eat, because it's hot and I'm dirty, and yeah. All right, now we're making some really good headway. I've actually got some of these cracked loose. The head's ready to take off. Because basically the radiator comes out, fan shower comes out, and then the accessories on both sides come off the head. Take the head off, take the exhaust off, and then the head comes off. Taking the push rods out right now so we don't have to deal with them falling all over the place. And we should be good to go. The exhaust manifolds on the Y-pipe are already cut, so this one we didn't even need to take off, but we took that one off, and now we're gonna lift the head straight up. After I loosen all the bolts, we'll go ahead and lift them up, and honestly we should be able to go. This one's gonna be easy because everything's completely disconnected from it, so once I loosen these bottom bolts and these top ones, it'll just lift straight up, and then we can put it in the cart and be done. The other one, however, I feel like it's gonna be just a smidget harder. This will work. We're getting there. I don't know. We're getting a lot closer. Okay, there we go. Coolant in the cylinders. Bad head gasket. That's why this truck's in here. That's why my 289 looks just like that. It's funny. Okay, we're halfway there. Just leave that one.
All right, that's it, guys. There's one.
Not worth it. Buy them used.
Yeah, holy crap, this is so much work. I don't know how good of a deal we're gonna get. So there's one, there's two. That's not gonna be a fun one. That one wasn't fun.
Sucks. This really sucks. For the 20 horsepower, I'm gonna get this retarded.
Buy them used. Don't do this. This is no fun. Maybe if it was colder, it'd be better.
All right, guys, so the last time you saw anything about heads, we were at the junkyard. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was like 100 degrees out. We hated it. We were there for 5 hours stripping the motor apart, which you guys saw. And then we pretty much gave up after one head because all the AC parts were stuck hanging over an exhaust manifold. One of the bolts broke off in the head, and we were just like done. So I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'll go to a different yard. Maybe I'll pull a different Explorer off. We were just done for the day. So we went home. I got the lifters, which I have in a bag. I've got all the lifters in that little microfiber. I've got all the slot holder pieces that hold the actual lifters in, and then somewhere in my toolbox I have the little engine brace that actually like sits in the oil galley right here and holds all the lifters down. So I have all that stuff, and then I had the one head that I pulled out right here. The only downside is we did snap a stud because the top of the bolt broke off, like I just said. So I'm gonna have to use like some sort of reverse drill bit or tap or helical or something for that. But then I ended up going to a different junkyard and paid $100 to get him to just pull the other head off. So that kind of saved me a little bit of issues there I don't have to deal with. These heads are actually in a lot nicer condition than these. These ones have like 240, 260,000 miles on them, and they're really gunked up and they just sat there for a long time. This one came off a running engine. You can tell the difference is a lot cleaner. You can see these are GT40Ps, both of them. That's one way to tell. I believe it says it. It's also got the 4 bars on the front. You can count the 4 bars, and then I believe it says GT40 or GT something, GTPs somewhere on the head also. I gotta find it. Yeah, right there, GTP. also says that right there. So these are a common head. I paid $53 for the one head at a local LKQ Pick Your Part. A lot of people ask me in the junkyard I go to, it's LKQ Pick Your Part. It's where I got this head for $53. I paid $100 for that head, so I'm $150 in two heads. That for GT40 heads, that's not terrible, but I mean, a screaming deal would have been $50 for both, but that's $150 is typically what I see them go for on Craigslist, Facebook, stuff like that. So I'm not terribly like down about getting them for a little bit more because I had to pay the extra $100 for this one, so oh well. So the plan with these is to send them to a machine shop, get them taken apart, clean, checked, replaned the bottom of them to make sure that they don't leak or anything like that. And I also am probably going to put a different spring in it. There's a lot of stuff I have to learn about these, so there's a lot of different routes I can take, so I got to figure that stuff out first. And then I also, that's going with this, is that large F303 cam that's sitting right here. We showed that at the beginning of the video, so that's also going in. So basically, it's this cam with these heads and then whatever piston I can make work. It's saying I'm still going to change the piston. I might just put the heads and cam in as is and leave the stock bottom end, but if I go the full send, I'll put like some sort of flat top with valve reliefs and stuff like that. There's a lot of clearancing and stuff I got to check, and I got to do a lot of research before I do that, but this is kind of the general idea I'm going with. This video was supposed to come out a long time ago, but it just took forever to get this other head. So I did get the other head, which is nice. So now I have both heads, I have the cam, I have the lifters, I have everything. It's ready to go now. All I got to do now is just set it up to where whenever my motor gets pulled out, this stuff can go in. So keep in mind, this probably won't happen for a little bit, but this is just like the stepping stone into what is going to happen. So that's going to happen. It's going to have a GT40 heads with a hydraulic roller cam. So it's going to go to a roller motor, which is really cool. So I'm going to get rid of the flat top it, which you can see right here. And we're not going to be doing this setup anymore. It's not going on this motor either. This is my 289. This isn't happening. I'm just going to leave the flat top that's in it and probably go to a flat top piston and take this piston out. And then do a totally different setup. So these are two different motors I'm talking about. This GT40 head and the hydraulic roller cam and all that other stuff is going on the motor that's in my F100 right now, because that's just a bone stock block. There's no reason to put it on a 289. I'm going to put it on that motor. So that's what's happening with those. It's just a really cheap way to get bigger ports and a smaller combustion chamber, up your compression ratio. I have roller rockers somewhere in a box somewhere that I also have. There's a lot of cool stuff that's going to go into it, but it's a pretty basic way for me to get a good amount of power out of the motor. It's just if I want to pull pistons or not. It's a lot of stuff I got to look into. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be writing comments about what I should do. So I'm interested to see what you guys think. About that. Let me know what you do think down below. It's really awesome to see what you guys come up with. A lot of good hints have come out of that before. So that's what's going in this. I don't know when. I got to get the 5-speed done. I'm waiting for some reason. It should have been here in like 2 days. It's been a week and they haven't even shipped it yet. There's a part that will make my truck run, fix a tranny. So that's got to happen. But regardless, I'll get this video edited and uploaded for you guys. Just something that you guys can take and watch. So that's going to happen, just kind of like a little update. But yeah, so like the video if you did enjoy it. Let me know what you do think down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.